Here we are, my friends. Today we're doing a retrospective. I thank you all for being here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Today we're talking about Richard Masucci, otherwise known as ReviewTechUSA. We're going to go over his life, his accomplishments, and his downfall today in this retrospective. Richard Masucci was born July 15th, 1981, allegedly. He looks much older. Age 42. He is a so-called journalist and YouTuber. He also had a channel called RML Corp, which failed, in which he focused on world issues since November 2014, which had not been active since August 2015, but recently started uploading ReviewTechUSA and Red podcast on it in May 2017. On November 22nd, 2008, ReviewTechUSA started his YouTube channel. He started YouTube in July 2008 due to ReviewTechUSA's ex-girlfriend breaking up with him for having a small penis, allegedly, thus giving him the idea to start RLM Audio, based off his dad's initials and occupation. Then eventually, ReviewTechUSA. Despite this, he was more active on the failed website blip.tv video service from 2008 to 2009. He later left That Guy with Glasses, now Channel Awesome, and focused on his own YouTube channel, ReviewTechUSA. His channel started kicking off around mid-May 2010 with roughly 1,000 subscribers. His early videos mostly consisted of him reviewing technology products, mostly game-related. In 2011 onwards, ReviewTechUSA decided to focus more on gaming news, resulting in his channel's growth. It was a good time. On November 3rd, 2012, ReviewTechUSA did her face reveal on his YouTube channel and allegedly scared many young children once he revealed his face. ReviewTechUSA's channel grew throughout 2012 and 2013 after having many badly paid part-time jobs ever since being fired in January of 2009 from IBM because of his poor production, allegedly. On April 7th, 2013, he quit his midnight part-time jobs, allegedly, to focus on his YouTube career while he continued to live off of his parents. On July 26, 2015, ReviewTechUSA announced a schedule for his videos that he would eventually not stick to. Very quickly not stick to. In December 14, 2016, ReviewTechUSA suggested that due to new YouTube algorithm, which favors YouTubers with daily 10-minute plus content, I do that he would abandon his Twitch channel and live stream via YouTube instead in order to earn his usual income for living and charity, and started doing so January 2nd, 2017. During this process of his first decade of his YouTube career, it was marred with many scandals, such as stiffing Big Cheese $200, Ebegging his audience for a camcorder, and being completely destroyed and felted in a back and forth with Blockbuster Critic, Despite that, the growth had continued. In March of 2017, a television host known as Liana Kurzer approached ReviewTechUSA for an interview, and was based off an Ashley Judd interview, or an Ashley Judd video that ReviewTech did a few months back. It led to ReviewTech and Lana wanting to start a podcast called the ReviewTechUSA and Red podcast with the support of Patreon. According to ReviewTech, this would help to stay ad-free and gain exclusive access to the podcast earlier than YouTube, and also gain access to Audible for only $1 per month or more. Of course, he did not stick to this, and that quickly fell apart. ReviewTechUSA has experimented with a second channel in the past called RLM Crop, where he solely uploaded content that wasn't related to ReviewTechUSA, such as his hip-hop music. The channel failed. He later decided to remove all the content from his second channel and upload the ReviewTechUSA and Red podcast content there. And his beats have widely been panned to be absolutely terrible and unprofessional. Let's continue. Fans have requested that ReviewTechUSA upload all streaming content away from his main channel, and ReviewTechUSA decided to rename his secondary channel to RTU Streams in order to do live streams there. But due to unsuccessful channels and visits, he decided to abandon RTU Stream and live stream back to the main ReviewTechUSA channel, because he was constantly flip-flopping. The meme Rich Tomorrow began to pop up in his comments. Ever since he bought a new studio, allegedly, and made a promise that by asking fans for donations would result in better production value and uncensored content. But neither of those happened. In October 2018, he announced that he would no longer be doing live recording showing his face. Instead, he went back to gameplay, which gained mixed reactions from his fans due to past practices. Some even suggested ReviewTechUSA to refund his Patreon supporters. They received no refund, and ReviewTechUSA would also going back to the gameplay and back to face content. Meanwhile, others claimed ReviewTechUSA was pulling of the eBay camcorder scam once again, since he has returned to showing his face and stopped gameplay footage completely. Around this time, a very talented editor, JKB, was hired, and it seemed to be the only reason ReviewTechUSA stayed of any kind of relevance. For the videos themselves were not necessarily that quality or good, but the editing was outstanding. The work that Jay did was absolutely tremendous. However, we will find out later that appreciation was not reciprocated. We're diving into some personal life here. ReviewTechUSA was born in Bridgeport, Connecticut, has an Italian American who currently lives in Carmel, New York, with his fiancée at the time. I'm not going to dox her. Lauren's ex-husband had 4 kids together before they separated. Many of those kids which appear on Richard's Dropbox for some reason. ReviewTechUSA has 2 sons and a daughter. And he also has an associate's degree from Dutchess Community College, class of 2002, and has worked at various jobs in the past, allegedly. Such has a furniture store, Circuit City, Staples, and even a psychiatrist's office, which he should be go seeing today. He mentioned he was fired from his manager at Staples for no apparent reason, despite the fact, by many reports that we've gathered, he was a terrible employee and deserved his firing. In one video, ReviewTechUSA mentions that his dad, Louis Masucci Sr., was an electrical engineer since he was 16 years old, and it is the main reason ReviewTech got interested in technology and games in the first place. And his mother used to work for Q-Search. As ReviewTechUSA is overweight, he often claims to go to the gym. However, nobody believes him. And as a result, he's made videos about catastrophic incidents in public gyms that he has made up. On March 24th, 2019, ReviewTechUSA explained in a YouTube video titled My Weight Loss Journey My Weight Loss Surgery and Why I Decided to... My Weight Loss Journey. He did not have weight loss surgery, apparently. And why I decided to make a change. Now he decided to truly start losing weight. On June 9th, 2019, he confirmed in another video that he was under 300 pounds for the first time since 2006. However, that did not last. For now, he is most likely nearing on about 500 pounds himself. ReviewTechUSA has doxed a troll named ReviewHellUSA on November 10th, 2015, which he revealed much of his personal information, such as date of birth, parents, wife's ex-husband. In December 2016, ReviewTechUSA mentioned of his grandmother's passing, which is sad. He has also went on to dox and flag many other YouTubers, and have even crushed some of them into oblivion. In 2018, ReviewTechUSA once again was doxed himself when he moved to his new address. This time his brother's information was also leaked. Also in 2018, ReviewTechUSA's basement got flooded while he was visiting his family due to a power outage that he came back to grab his laptop, only to find out his basement was soaked in water. ReviewTechUSA has boasted on Twitter, claiming that he will move to a new state. Meanwhile, this wasn't the case, given the evidence provided. And as far as Twitter goes, he has repeatedly left and come back to the platform while criticizing the Twitter CEO, Elon Musk, several times. However, always constantly ending up back on Twitter and into sticky situations. In a video uploaded January 18th, 2016, ReviewTechUSA told the story of when he was excessively stalked. ReviewTech explains that in the year 2006, he began receiving mysterious private phone calls from a man named Ralph, who he frequently had butt sex with, allegedly. Ralph would always ask ReviewTech to go out and get something to drink with him, usually coffee, before he commenced his daily plowing. Ralph would call ReviewTech an average of 10 to 20 times a day. ReviewTech attempted to go to the police. They laughed him off. They could not intervene because it was very much a cowardly thing to do, to go to the police instead of deal with the situation yourself in this situation. The calls eventually subsided after enough time passed, and ReviewTech's butthole was able to make a full recovery. However, one day while working at a psychiatrist's office, ReviewTech received a new phone call from Ralph. ReviewTech learned that Ralph was a patient at the office and was seeing a doctor named Terry. ReviewTech also learned Ralph's last name and information. He wanted to meet again. After this occurred, Ralph began calling ReviewTech 10 to 20 times a day again. ReviewTech initially didn't go back to the police, despite now knowing Ralph's information because of doctor-patient confidentiality, as well as because Ralph still wasn't threatening him. However, after a long period of excessive calling, even culminating when ReviewTech angrily told Ralph that if they ever would meet, he would kick his teeth in, and then Ralph stated that their meeting was going to happen anyway. ReviewTech went to the police with Ralph's information. The police went to Ralph's home, and it was revealed that Ralph was a married man who, while being confronted, had to explain the situation in front of his wife. After the police saw Ralph, ReviewTech stated he never received a phone call from him again. And alas, ReviewTech had no sexual partners after that incident. So it would seem. Ebegging accusations. In February 2013, ReviewTech uploaded a video called I Need Your Help. Wow, he did it 10 years before Boogie. With a PayPal logo in the thumbnail to get his fans to donate money so ReviewTech can buy a camcorder, promising to pay back his donators, which he never did. And later that month, YouTuber Blockbuster Critic from Texas accused ReviewTech of e-begging from his fans. ReviewTech later sold the Sony camcorder and, of course, never repaid his fans. On October 28th, 2013, ReviewTech uploaded a video called PS4 Xbox One Launch Disasters Imminent, Please Share, where ReviewTech speaks on about why the online versions of PS4 and Xbox One games such as Watch Dogs, The Crew, Drive Club, and Call of Duty Ghosts were 720p instead of 1080p or higher, claiming it was to prevent online lag due to DRM. In response, the president of Sony, Shuhei Yoshida himself, called his video so stupid via Twitter the same day. Big Cheese Gaming and the Big Cheese Crusaders. ReviewTechUSA has a dedicated community of trolls named the Big Cheese Crusaders who have been trolling ReviewTechUSA since his $200 Cheddargate scandal. This occurred back in December of 2014 when ReviewTechUSA got into a failed agreement with a fellow YouTuber named Big Cheese Gaming, who let ReviewTechUSA borrow his computer months prior in July 2014 in return for 3 weekly advertisements of Big Cheese's channel for a 6-month period at the end of ReviewTech's videos. He also demanded $200 via PayPal in return to help his wife, who was sick at the time, which Rich initially denied. ReviewTech returned Big Cheese's gaming computer before the 6-month period promise and didn't think he should need to pay the $200. He was attempting to stiff him, nor to continue advertising his channel anymore. Despite the disagreement, ReviewTechUSA apologized and made a video giving Big Cheese $200 in January 2015. As a consequence, ReviewTech inherited the Big Cheese Crusaders, who still taunt ReviewTech over the $200 Cheddargate scandal, which has become a meme, and Big Cheese still needs his freaking money. ReviewTech had been contemplating disabling the comments because of the Big Cheese Crusaders, which got him criticism, and ReviewTech was labeled as being pro-censorship, which he still is to this very day. He will dox, flag, ban, and delete comments constantly. That I do not have to say allegedly. He decided to filter out keywords such as Big Cheese and $200 in order to continue having the comment section open, because nobody could possibly find a way around that. Although he later decided to remove this and started encouraging jokes and memes about the situation. However, what ReviewTech failed to realize was people were not laughing with him, they were laughing at him, as he was continued to be bullied, such as he was growing up his entire life in school, being consistently the most unpopular kid, according to many of his peers. The RTU Critic. In April 2015, one of ReviewTech's trolls, known as the RTU Critic, who associated himself as one of the Big Cheese Crusaders, began a campaign to end ReviewTech's YouTube career. He excessively spammed ReviewTech's Facebook page, scared off ReviewTech sponsors, prank called ReviewTech while at a local gym, revealed family photos, called ReviewTech's ex-wife, tried buying the trademark to the name ReviewTechUSA, and even stalked ReviewTechUSA via GPS in order to track ReviewTech's every move, to the point where ReviewTech was on a 2015 summer road trip, and the RTU Critic tweeted to ReviewTech his exact location. On May 9th, 2015, ReviewTech received a death threat on Facebook from a user called Tony Migmaster Dutch, and therefore did not attend Too Many Games gaming convention. He was scared. On November 10th, 2015, the RTU Critic doxed ReviewTechUSA and leaked his personal information to the general public, as revenge for the many, many times ReviewTech had doxed others. In February 21st, 2016, ReviewTech challenged the RTU Critic to a boxing match to settle their differences, which he cowered out of. ReviewTech offered the boxing match, but refused to actually do so, much like he would later do with the quartering. Later that month, the RTU Critic was doxed back and exposed by one of ReviewTech's friends, a YouTuber by the name Black Bond. Because that is what happens. The Keemstar Drama. On January 23rd, 2016, ReviewTech got into a heated debate on Twitter with Keemstar, who absolutely eviscerated him. He criticized ReviewTech for proposing to create a Patreon donation account on a Twitter survey, which ReviewTech fans said no to in overwhelming fashion. Keemstar claimed that ReviewTech was making at least $10,000 monthly and didn't need a Patreon, claiming that Patreons are normally for small YouTube content creators. ReviewTech then claimed that Keemstar's Steam.me livestream account had a donation box, and that it was basically the same thing, which Keemstar denied and was correct about. Keemstar was later blocked by ReviewTech on Twitter. It is widely known that ReviewTech has the longest block list in the history of Twitter. It spans pages upon pages, and tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people have been blocked on Twitter by ReviewTechUSA, who is thin-skinned and can handle no criticism. PewDiePie. On February 14th, 2017, ReviewTech made a video talking about PewDiePie's anti-Semitic jokes. However, he didn't do his research, as is often common with Rich, who does not do research. He instead solely relied on the article of the Wall Street Journal, which garnered tons of backlash for being incorrect. 2 days later, ReviewTech made an apology video. However, he returned none of the money he made from the apology video or the initial video, which means his apology wasn't worth anything. ReviewTechUSA and the Red Podcast. On March 2017, ReviewTech created a podcast with Liana Kurzer named the ReviewTechUSA and Red Podcast. In order to support the podcast, ReviewTech started a Patreon, which gained a ton of backlash. Many of his fans claimed, due to unsuccessful podcasts from the past, ReviewTech would likely quit after a few episodes, which was true. Mundane Matt and false flagging accusations. August 14th, 2018. ReviewTech posted a community poll whether or not he should upload a video discussing Mundane Matt's incident with flagging channels down that heavily criticized him. Most people voted yes. However, ReviewTech deleted the poll and didn't upload the video. Instead, he made a live stream talking about it. And it is believed the video was never made because of the friendship between ReviewTech and Matt. During the live stream, many people in the chat began demanding that ReviewTech show his flagging history. This angered ReviewTech, and he refused to show his flagging history, which is said to be extremely lengthy. Many of ReviewTech's critics, such as Memology 101, began making videos accusing ReviewTech of being a false flagger. After around 2 months of endless speculation and drama, ReviewTech agreed to come onto a live stream on Andy Warski's channel, October 2018. A man ReviewTech would later wish death upon by hoping he would snort cocaine filled with fentanyl in a sarcastic way, which is a very sick thing for an individual to do. Back in October 2018, he addressed the situation at hand, confronting both Keemstar and Memology 101. During the stream, Keem grilled ReviewTech, and after enough pressure, ReviewTech showed his flagging history, which was very lengthy and involved many videos that deserved to not be flagged. Soldier Game controversy. In December of 2018, ReviewTech made videos calling out Soldier Boy's fraudulent Chinese clone consoles that contained illegal ROMs from Nintendo, Capcom, Sega, amongst others. This resulted on several Soldier Boy's fans accusing ReviewTech of being racist. This resulted in ReviewTech getting angry and telling those accusing him of racism as irrelevant. Why women aren't attracted to gamers response. In January 2019, ReviewTech made a video in response to someone else's video titled Why Women Aren't Attracted to Gamers. He stated that he agreed with various points in the video, it received somewhat mixed reception by fans, as ReviewTech was trying to explain the reason why he does not get women is because he games. It had nothing to do with his hideous appearance or his bulging body. It was all because he liked to play games, is why he was getting no pussy at all. Alleged gastric bypass surgery. Between 2018 to mid-2019, ReviewTechUSA went on a weight loss goal to lose 300 pounds and was semi-successful. He lost 130 pounds, though a lot of known critics such as Junk Media, Jay Goldenthal, and Review China USA have made videos showcasing instances of him getting defensive about claims of gastric bypass surgery. Has his method of weight loss and instances of him alluding that he may have actually gotten gastric bypass surgery has seen in these videos. No concrete proof has been shown, and he has since then gained the weight back and more. Wife interrupting live streams. On 2 occasions, ReviewTechUSA's ex-wife interrupted his daily YouTube live stream. The first in which she tells him he needs to put their child to bed, which I believe later turned out to be his own mother. The second being her telling him that she's leaving. These were both archived by the YouTuber Junk Media. And there have been leaks of ReviewTech's ex, and it's not looking good. I do not want to be someone to bash someone's appearance. However, it's not looking good. We'll say that. In April 2024, it was brought to light that there was a channel on ReviewTech's Discord server where some users, including mods, posted not safe for work lolicon and furry pornography. This is a result. The server has been nuked. In April 2024, during a live stream, over 200 viewers left the live stream in a short period of time. This has led to the proof that ReviewTechUSA is view botting. In February of 2024, despite coming out with videos to the contrary beforehand, where he said him and his editor were going to be doing live streams together and doing different videos and projects together. Instead, Rich canceled all those projects and ideas and fired his editor, Jay Hooft. And he has received much backlash for doing so. He at first tried to refuse to pay him. The public pressure overwhelmed him, and he did. And he apologized, which was the right thing to do. However, we learned the apology was fake, and Rich still hated Jay's guts tremendously behind the scenes. As more and more evidence came out of the shady business dealings of ReviewTechUSA, at the fact that he didn't like to donate money to charity, he started screaming and yelling about that. And the fact that he has constantly tried to stiff people on payment and go back on being a man of his word. The sad truth of the matter is, ReviewTechUSA, RTU Streams, has lost a ton of subscribers, and even worse, the donations have began to dry up. Has Rich has become more dependent on his family to take care of him instead of him taking care of his family. There have been many accusations of drug abuse upon Rich. He has been known to be an addict, allegedly, and will constantly get on his live streams, high as a kite, taking his shirt off for money, which is against YouTube's terms of service. and also putting himself and his family in bad financial situations with talk of getting a loan to support his delusional habit of wanting to become a beats producer, which will never happen for the not so Slim Shady. He has recently beefed with YouTubers such as BitEric, and he has recently beefed with Jay himself, who has went on to revive his old YouTube channel and is seeing tremendous success and has currently been taking away many of ReviewTech's audience and high whale donators. As ReviewTech continues to ostracize himself from the community that he built, and his career is seemingly on the verge of ending. The LolCow podcast has continuously made fun of Rich as well as the Keno Casino, which felt him almost on the daily. Rich with no woman, no friends, no career, and potentially mountains of debt, is forced to resign himself to the direness of his situation, in which he might have to get a real job. However, it is my belief that nobody should be concerned or worried for this man, despite his mental shortcomings. It is not an excuse for being a terrible person. And so today on this retrospective, we try to remember the good times. We try to acknowledge the bad, as we have went over the life and legacy of Richard Masucci of ReviewTechUSA. Thank you all for watching. I really appreciate it. If you liked the video, please share it out there. Hit the subscribe button. Leave your own thoughts in the comments below. You all have a good one, and Godspeed.